Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tulips and Tarot. My name is Corlene, and today is our second ever video. So, welcome. I'm really excited. I went into a bit of a creative mood, excuse me, preparing for today's reading, and I made these little homemade cards, quite a few of them, just as little confirmations for at the end of the readings. I just thought they would be cute. But yeah, welcome, and please take a seat, get yourself a drink perhaps. This might get a little long. We have quite a few things that we are going to look into. I have a whole reading planned here for us. So today's reading is gonna be a message from your future self. And so, like, um, I think this would be like 3 months from now, is what I heard, or the message that came through. So then. We're gonna have tarot oracle cards and then also these confirmation cards that I made. So with the tarot, we're gonna check what their message is, what your future self would say your next step should be, any significant people that they would want you to look out for, and then also anything you need to be, significantly aware of. And then with the oracle, we're switching gears, getting into more of a guidance vibe, and we're going to look at what their advice for you for the next 3 months should be, and then what they are currently really proud of what you've recently achieved, or just any hype up message that they would like to give you. And then for confirmation, I made these little chakra cards. They're also going to be your method of choosing your pile today, but we'll get there. And then I made some astrological signs, elements, that we can check. I also made some angel numbers and zodiac houses. And my intention with the zodiac houses, or the astrological houses, was to maybe see if we can find out which area of your life this whole message comes from. So we'll check that. And then I had this really, I would say, unique calling to use a book today for another kind of like confirmation message. It's called bibliomancy, and it's where you use a book to get perhaps a little bit of confirmation from spirit, or just like a little message. And so the book I chose for today is this, the mind gut connection, and it's all about like how the hidden conversation within our bodies impacts our mood, our choices, and our overall health. And it's written by Emmerin Meyer, MD. So he's an M, or they are an MD. I haven't read it yet. I haven't touched it. I only got it about 2 days ago. But when I saw the brain imagery on the cover today, I just had this little intuitive hit. So I want to just see what comes out there. I'm totally leaving that up to spirit. But with that being said, that will be our reading today. I'm quite excited. As you can see, it's going to go quite detailed. Um, but I think it's time for us to move on to the pile picking. So today we have 3 piles, and the first pile is the purple pile, and it's third eye energy. It's the number 6, and these keywords are intuition, insight, spiritual connection. So any of those things that kind of draw your attention. And then we have pile 2, the solar plexus chakra, the yellow pile, with the number 3, strength, confidence, and motivation as those keywords. And then pile number 3, the root chakra, or pile red, with the number 1, and the keywords are energy, basic needs, connection, security, and purpose. Okay, so I just noticed a significant shift in my energy. I was going from quite loud, maybe talking a little too fast, which is my default, apologies, to becoming much, much, much more relaxed, much more calm. So we're definitely settling into the energy, and today's going to be a good reading. I also felt cool to keep the rest of the chakra circles that I made here on the table, because once I like pulled these, the crown chakra was at the bottom of the deck, and I thought that was really significant and like just a little cool as well. So I'll keep that there. But for now, please take a deep breath with me, and I will lead you into picking your pile. So at the count of three, we can inhale, hold it in for 3 seconds, and then exhale for 3 seconds. And we're going to do this 3 times just to ground and center ourselves. So if you don't feel like doing this, you're more than welcome to skip towards the reading. I'll meet you there. But to those who would like to get a little quiet with me, let's do this. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Keep it in for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 3, 1. Second time. Inhale. Keep it for 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 3. Last time. Inhale. Hold for 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 3 seconds. Okay, team. Please use your intuition, whichever card draws you the most. I'll meet you in your pile. Hello, Pile 1, and welcome to your reading. Before we get a deeper look into what exactly this reading is going to entail, I just wanted to start off with the messages coming through with this chakra circle that you chose. So you guys chose the purple chakra, or the purple card. I know the crown card, or the crown chakra card, is also purple right here. But this purple pertains to the third eye. And the message coming through with this is that you've recently achieved a level of balance, a new level of balance, deep within your spiritual self. So we'll see what else comes through, and confirms or links with that in your reading. But for now, I would just like to quickly run through the format of the reading once again. It updated a little bit since the intro, but just to make sure, some people skip the intro. But today we're going to look at your future self's message to you. This would be for this 3-month period that we're talking about. The next steps that your future self would tell you to take, significant people that your future self would tell you to be on the lookout for. I put here, we're going to take 3 tarot cards for each of these, but with significant people, we'll see it can be one person, it can be yourself, it could be multiple people. So we'll see with the significant people what comes out there. Then we're going to move on to some oracle cards for guidance from your future self, or advice from your future self, and then something that they would want you to be aware of, and then just something that they are proud of, that you are currently doing, something that they're proud, anything that they are proud of. We're going to leave that open as well. Then we got the chakra circles for confirmation. So we use the circles already with choosing your piles. We're going to look at astrological placements of these significant people coming in, or just in general. We'll see how that goes. We have some angel numbers for confirmation, some houses, astrological houses, see how they fit in, which area of your life, perhaps, if we can get that, is your future self talking to you about. And then I had a really unique idea, well, unique in terms of how I read tarot for other people. Bibliomancy. I do that quite a bit for myself. It's where you take a random book page to a random page and see what message you find there. And I felt really cool to do that in today's reading. So I have my book here. I'll show you guys the book a little later, but it's The Mind Gut Connection by Emmer and Mayer. So yeah, we'll see that. So that's today's reading. Let's dive right in. So we're going to start with the Shadowscapes Tarot, and we are going to look at, first of all, your future self's message. Okay, so Spirit, what is pile one's future self's message for their current self? What is their future self's message? Now we have our first card, Eight of Wands. Second card, we have the King of Pentacles, beautiful energy. And then last card for, okay. And then the Queen of Swords. Okay, beautiful energy, very beautiful energy. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so just give me a moment to tune into these for your future self's message. Okay, so the first messages that are coming through is that you currently, with this new balance that you have found in your deeper spiritual self, sorry, I just had to check if we were filming. Double check something, double check everything. That's also just significant, I guess. But okay, so with the Eight of Wands, and the fact that you've recently achieved this new balance within yourself, this new balance within your spirit, that has led to this deeper intuition, this deeper insight, this deeper spiritual connection. With this change, there is very fast action. It's what I'm hearing. Very fast action coming into your life. This can pertain to any extent, but uh, traditionally the Eight of Wands would mean very quick messages. I usually read it as maybe text messages, emails. Very quick. Apologies, I think I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. But so yeah, text messages, emails, very fast communication. So there is that sense of communication and new information reaching you, but there's also the sense of just fast action, fast change, and this change is going to lead to a place where you find yourself feeling really, really stable, really. Yeah, well, I keep on hearing just balanced. With the six there, it makes a lot of sense though. So a lot of balance coming into your material world. With the King of Pentacles, another message coming through is feeling like you finally mastered your material world. And I'm feeling that there's a message that does not pertain solely to having a lot of money, like to being rich. Like having a material world under control, or the way you want it, looks very different for a lot of people. Yes, wealth and money obviously is always fantastic, um but this stretches deeper than that, and you will understand what I'm saying with this new spiritual connection that you have cultivated within yourself. Okay. And then with the Queen of Swords, you're also part of this action that's happening is you'll find yourself becoming much clearer about who you are, what you want, where you're going, and how you're going to go about all of it. And with this clarity within your own feminine, your own inner divine feminine essence, with that clarity within, that passive, softer, nurturing, heartfelt space within you, you are reflecting that within your inner masculine through this really disciplined, determined, and confirmed action that you are taking. Okay, so I want to, yeah, okay, we can move on. They're saying, okay, so just to summarize before we move on to the next steps that your future self would want you to take, or just provide you some guidance on, before we move on to that, I would just like to summarize that your future self's message is: continue balancing yourself, continue being so loving and caring towards yourself, because that is impacting your life in the most profound way. I just heard deeper than you even know. So I want to, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna clarify. Please clarify the Eight of Wands for about one's future self's message. I'm just going to pull one more layer, see what else we can get here. I feel like that's important. Eight of Wands, Spirit, please. Okay. So I'm taking reversals with this deck because each card has like a specific reverse meaning. So reversals aren't bad; they just give a different message. Please clarify the King of Pentacles, Spirit. Okay. Three of Cups upright. Okay, and then Queen of Swords, please, Spirit. Please clarify. Okay. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck we have the Ten of Cups, which, yes, absolutely. The Ten of Cups, the message coming through with that is like the stability that you can create with your more active, your more masculine side. That is, how can I put this? That is informed, is the perfect word. Informed by your very clear, very sharp inner feminine. The abundance that creates within your spirit, as we can see with the Eight of Wands, and the action that then springs forth from that abundance, that is what is going to bring you to a point where you feel emotionally fulfilled, emotionally satisfied. This card is all about happiness. And so with the Eight of Wands and then the Seven of Coins, clarifying that in reverse, you will feel like actions that you might have tried, is what I'm hearing before. You might have tried them before, or you just the time never seemed right to try them. Like, you will finally feel like whatever that supernatural blockage was to this action is now removed, because with the Seven of Coins in reverse, um, that idea of divine timing, and having to wait for the cake to bake in the oven without like disturbing it, if you want to have a good end result, that the cake is done now, is what I'm hearing. The cake is done. The cake is baked, and you can take it out of the oven and let it cool and let it go through its post-bake process, so that you can decorate it and enjoy it, eat it, share it. What else? Okay, with the Three of Cups, and the King of Pentacles, this energy, this action, this motivation, this drive that is gaining momentum within you is going to lead to quite a lot of celebration for you. Whether that be physical celebration, like hanging out with friends, partying with friends, celebrating with friends, but more so, I feel like within yourself, you're going to find this new zest for life. This new lease on life, and where things used to feel really heavy and really anxious and like really dark, that's gonna start feeling lighter. That's gonna start feeling happier. You're gonna celebrate life a little more. And then with the Queen of Swords and the Six of Cups, you are returning to what lights your inner child up, what makes your inner child happy. And yeah, we're not children anymore, and yeah, we're grown and wherever you are in your journey, but that child still lives within you. That energy still informs daily choices, daily actions on your part. And I firmly believe that the quickest way for any individual to find their spirit is through their inner child. And you've nurtured this inner child. You've been the parent to your own inner child that you needed when you were a child, and you and you did what you needed to heal. I'm being reminded of that thing, like, hurt people hurt people, healed people heal people, or healing people healed people, because I don't believe healing is ever complete, not while we're incarnate. But the sentiment is just, you, it's not okay that you were hurt, but it's your responsibility to heal that. So your future self's message for you from 3 months from now is that they need you to keep doing. They're encouraging to keep doing what you're doing, balancing yourself, focusing on yourself, loving yourself. With the 6th year, the 6th house in astrology is all about health. So whether it's a new diet, whether it's a new workout regimen, whether it's a new form of self-love, whether it's a new form of like chasing or your passions, like doing working with your passions, whatever that is for you, you're encouraged to keep doing it because it's getting you to a space of feeling really secure, really stable, and really happy with what your world looks like around you. So next, okay, we're finally gonna get to the next step. Next steps that your future self would want your current self to be aware of. Spirit, which next steps would one's future self want? Okay, so we have all three coming out together. Okay, so first we have the Hermit. Then we have the Knight of Swords. Just one moment, otherwise this is gonna bother me. And then for your third card, third next step is the Nine of Wands. Okay, so with the Hermit being here, okay, before I start that, I need to say that there are two nines. So nines are the number of, that completion, that final step. The 10 comes after the 9, and that's when we have broken out of the cycle. But the 9 is we are aware of the cycle, we are working on the cycle, and we are adamant and determined to break out of the cycle, to progress to the 9, from the 9 to the 10. So with the two nines being here, please know that um, you are at the end of this. You are cleaning up after the party is what I'm hearing. But anyway, okay, so your future self, the first next step that they would want you to be aware of is the Hermit. So the Hermit is a card about introspection. It's a card about going within and working on understanding yourself, working on figuring out who you are, what you are, where you like. And with the Queen of Swords that we saw earlier, you are already very familiar with this energy. So there's nothing new here for you. But once again, this is just confirmation from your future self that you are on the right path. You are doing what needs to be done to get you to where you want to go. And they're encouraging to continue being still, continue meditating, continue gardening, continue cooking, whatever it is that brings you to your center, whatever it is that brings you back to yourself, continue doing that. The last message coming through with the Hermit card is the ruler of the Hermit card, astrologically, the sign is Virgo. So, with Virgo and with the sixth house energy here, Virgo is the sign of health, the sign of routines and habits. And if you haven't already, there is strong encouragement and strong emphasis on cleaning up your diet, your consumption, whatever it is, but in a very physical sense. So if there's something um, that you need to let go of, or something that you need to incorporate a little more, you are being encouraged to do so. So just to go a layer deeper with the next steps, apologies. um, okay, fair. I'm gonna do the Hermit first, and then we are gonna move on to the next two cards. I guess that's just how Spirit wants the message to come through. So with the Hermit, please clarify the Hermit, Spirit. Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups, another nine. So now we have 999, and that very literally is, the ending of a cycle. It's not the completion yet. We're still cleaning up after the party. We haven't left the, hall or wherever the event was. We haven't left the locale yet, but we are cleaning up. We're heading there. With the Nine of Cups, you will find that the more you move within yourself, the stronger the spiritual connection, this newfound spiritual connection gets for you. And the more that happens, the happier you're going to feel because you are reuniting with yourself again. You are creating your own happiness. There's no more need for external validation, which you're still human. There will be a need for external validation, but it's not going to be your primary source of validation because you're going to be able to cultivate and generate and cultivate your own happiness. Okay, so your next steps, first next step would be to focus on yourself, go within, find that happiness and focus on that. Okay, so then your second next step is represented by this Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is a very fast acting, very clear, very um, logical, very rational, very analytical movement. So, what this is telling me is that your next step, your second next step that your future self would like you to be aware of is where in your journey from where you are today, listening to this video, to where you want to be, what would be the logical, rational, analytical steps to get there? Like, for instance, let's say you want to publish a book, okay? To publish a book, you'll have to write, well, come up with an idea, write it, you know, edit it, submit it, then hopefully get it published. You know, like there are clear steps, and you are being encouraged by your future self to sit down and very logically, very rationally, um, think this journey out for yourself. What is your truth and how are you going to get there? Is the message with the Knight of Swords. To go a little deeper, please clarify the Knight of Swords, Spirit. Please clarify. There we go. Okay, so we have the Five of Wands. Okay, so the reason why Spirit might be encouraging you to be very logical, very rational, and very analytical about your steps and how to proceed is because with the Five of Wands, there might be a level of conflict within you, a conflict in, I'm hearing, am I good enough? Can I really do this? Isn't this too far outside of the realm of possibility for me? And the answer to all of that is no. If you want it, you can have it. You just need to figure out how to get there here in the physical and leave the rest of how it's going to come together and the outcome of it. Leave all of that to Spirit, because that is the foundation of co-creation. That is the foundation of how to get the life that you want to manifest here in your 3D reality. So first step was, that introspection, finding your own happiness. Now that you found the happiness through this introspection, how can you be very rational, very logical, very analytical about it? um because in a sense, being planning this, or at least having a game plan, is what I'm hearing, will quieten this conflict within you, because you will see, hey, this first step actually wasn't as big or as bad as I thought it was, and then that leads to some momentum for the second step, and then that second step isn't as bad as you thought it was, and then the third and fourth, and it just snowballs, it just gains momentum, and before you know it, you have your end product, and you feel so accomplished and so happy because you followed your heart, and you didn't listen to this self-limiting, this constrictive, restrictive energy within yourself, because you, my friend, are capable of anything and everything that you put your mind to it. That is my soapbox for this video. There is nothing that you can't have if you want it, if you want it enough. But that's the rub. And then wanting it enough, and then getting to being disciplined enough, getting to be logical enough, there's the rub. Okay, so first step, introspection to find the happiness. Find your happiness, then figure out how to get your happiness while not listening to your own self-limiting egoic beliefs. um you are limitless, friend. Then your third step from your future self that they would want you to be aware of is this Nine of Wands energy. Now, the Nine of Wands energy is all about perseverance. It's about, feeling like you've been through war and you're kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like it's that perseverance energy. But there's also this energy of determination when it comes to the Nine of Wands. Like being at the ready at the drop of a hat, knowing that you've been through it, but knowing that because of that you're ready to go again, because you've survived it, you conquered it, so it wasn't that bad, you could do it again. And knowing also that you are ready at any given moment to do it again. But also, of course, that third energy within it where it's like, please don't make me go through that again. But the Nine of Wands is like, okay, so to bring it together. Your future self is wanting you to persevere, wanting you to be determined to like loop out of this cycle, like break out of this cycle and finally get to that 10, which is the full completion. They finally want you to get home after the party that you had to help clean up. So go within, find your happiness, how figure out how to get to that happiness without listening to your self-limiting beliefs and your ego, and then persevere and do it. You're so capable, you can do this. Cycle out. Go you. Please clarify the 9 of Wands. Okay, and we have the Hermit. Cannot make this up. So we have the double Hermit here, which kind of confirms to me that you definitely either need a time out, a break of sorts, and this is, I'm very serious when I say this. This is without electronics. Someone here had to hear that. But with the Hermit, again, it's that introspective energy. It's that going within and figuring it out for yourself energy, and moving from a much more centered, grounded, spiritual space, from your heart space. There's another message, two last messages coming through with this Hermit. With the White Stag here, the story behind this card is about this elusive white stag that no one can seem to catch, and here it represents the spirit. But um, I'm kind of drawn to the fact that they're together here. So this white stag isn't that elusive. You already caught the white stag. You already connected with your spirit. Now it's just a matter of getting your rational mind, your analytical mind, to believe it and working towards it. I want to say, you are not your thoughts, you are not your mind. You are the quiet observer, um, like in the background. Okay. So to summarize your messages for the next steps, find your happiness. Figure out how to get there and do it. Boom. Done. Okay, so now we're going to look at potential significant people to come into your life, or that are already in your life spirit from your future self. Significant people to look out for. King of Wands. Okay. Significant people for my pile one to look out. Four of Pentacles. Significant people for my pile ones to look. Okay, and then the last one is two cards. The Strength and the Ace of Swords. Okay, so first off, I would like to say that this is a journey, or this is something that you're definitely going to have to do on your own, or you're choosing to do it on your own, because it's not like you don't have the support. I just think like the energy coming through is more of, I need to do this by myself. I need to figure this out by myself. So with I'm reading the Hermit energy with the significant people that came out. So I want to say, before I tell you about the people, I'm reading this as only you. With the King of Wands coming out, the Four of Pentacles has a different vibe, the Strength has a different vibe, and the Ace of Wands has a different vibe. The significant people that are going to help you the next 3 months is you. And there's a double-edged sword message kind of coming through with that, because that means you have everything you need right now, right here, right as you are, to get going, to restart, to resume, to begin, whatever it is. But the other side of it is that it might become a little lonely and you might feel a little unsupported. But I think the lesson here for you is to realize that you are this very powerful King of Wands, that although you might feel like you're going at it alone, there is spiritual support around you like you would not believe. Okay, so significant people, your future self is saying the significant people in your life for the next 3 months is you, because with this Four of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles is all about like guarding, like holding close, protecting, you know. And with this dragon on this depiction of the Four of Pentacles, I always feel this sense of like protection. Like she's not mean about it, she's not rude about it, but this is her coin and she's not gonna let anyone take it from her, you know. So there's a message coming through with this Four of Pentacles of like I said, um, going at it alone because you need to, you have to. And then the second message B is this is something that you want to guard. This is something that you should want to protect. And that's important. So there's also a sense of don't keep your cards close to your chest. Don't share your secrets too easily. Don't really update people on the progress you're making with whatever this is. I feel like this is just so personal that it's not meant for everyone, and that is perfectly valid. I think we all have worlds inside of us that no one knows about, not even our closest loved ones, you know? And then with the strength, I want to say that Spirit is saying, your future self is saying that you have the strength to do this. Whether you realize that or not, you definitely have the strength to realize your dreams. Because I feel like it's already started for you with the Ace of Wands here. The spark, this inspiration, this determination has already started, and that motivation, that spark is giving you the strength to see this through to the end, to manifest it, to get it in your reality, to level up, to deepen a connection. Whatever this is for you, however this resonates for you, you have the strength to do this by yourself, and that's what needs to be significant. You need to learn over the next 3 months that you don't need other people to do this for you. You can do this for you. Before I pull like the astrological signs, I do want to just mention we have fire, earth, fire, and fire. So that means Leo, Sag, Aries can be important, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I like to add Venus and Mars if you're going to get complicated with it. But we have fire signs here and we have earth signs here. So with the earth signs, that's Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And then once again, with the fire signs, it's Leo, Sag, and Aries. But a lot of Leo because the strength card here is Leo energy. And then the Ace of Wands, if I'm not mistaken, is Aries. So perhaps more Leo Aries energy, but anyway, we can pull it from the cards, the little ones that I made. Excuse me, there's a little frog in my throat. But yeah, so those are the signs that I see from the cards, but let's see what comes out with the actual cards. Okay. Spirit, astrological signs. Okay. Oh, we have Leo. That's amazing. Okay, I'm gonna put it on the strength card. Okay, we have Leo. What else? Significant. Okay, so you might be a Leo, I'm gathering. You might be a Leo, whether that's your sun, moon, or rising. And I feel like I'm only gonna get one astrological sign from this deck because, oh, I was wrong. But we have more fire signs, so there was confirmation right there. Okay, so we have Sagittarius, and then we have Cancer. Okay, so I want to very go on out on a limb and say someone Cancer Sun, Leo Moon, Sag Rising, something like that. Okay, that might be very specific. That might just be like literally one of you or none of you, but the main energy is Leo. Okay. I'm gonna put these little guys to the side now. I want to pick these up. Just make us some space, tidy up. Just one moment. And then we're gonna switch over to the articles. Okay. Thank you for your patience. Okay, well, we'll leave these out. I think that's important. Yeah. Or, doesn't need to be sun, moon, rising. Like I said, it can be any personal placements. So first of all, we're going to look at your future self's advice. And for our oracle deck today, we are using the Cosmic Oracle by Nari Anastasia. Anastasia, that's beautiful. But okay, anyway, we're looking at your future self's advice for you currently, Spirit. Please, future self's advice for my pile ones. Future selves. Okay. So we have the advice with be fearless. There's that Leo energy again. Now something to be aware of. Future self, some pile one. Integrity. That's beautiful. And then something. Well, one's future self, something that you are proud of about your current self, something that you are proud of about your current self, something that you are proud of about. Okay, we got it here. We have emotions, beautiful, gorgeous, and at the bottom of the deck we have shadow self. Okay, so let's dive in here. First of all, your future self's advice is be fearless. So I've been drawn to read the booklet for this one. You know, maybe I won't do it justice. But okay, let's see. Card number 3. I'll hold it up if you want to screenshot it. I hope that's in camera. But it says, do you really want to look back on your life and see how wonderful it could have been had you not been afraid to live it? Caroline Miss. Has fear been holding you back from pursuing your dreams and following your heart? Do you hold a fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of change, fear of making a mistake, fear of what society might think, and fear of life and death? The fear of failing can be immobilizing, and many wonderful opportunities are missed because of it. It serves only as a wall stopping you from a joyous life. When you hide behind the wall of fear, you not only slow down the process of transformation and growth, but you also attract what you fear most. For example, if you have a fear of not being worthy, you will find yourself in situations and circumstances that validate those fears. Building those walls of fear does not protect you from the unknown, it keeps you imprisoned within a cycle of challenges. These challenges may come in different disguises, but ultimately they hold the same energy. To transcend this repetitious wheel is to shine light on and face those inner fears. This is not a battle, but an act of pure love and compassion for yourself. Go within yourself and find out from where these fears stem. Fears are usually born from something you've seen, heard, or experienced personally. Send this shade within you, understanding and compassion. You are stronger than you realize. Take that next step and live your life fearlessly. Furiously is what I wanted to say, but maybe, there's a little prayer you can say, and the prayer is, Great Spirit, give me the strength to embrace the fears within me with love, compassion, and light. And the associated chakras are the base and the sacral chakra. Okay, so your message with this for your future self's advice is literally be fearless. You know, every day we have a choice between love and fear. That is a very, 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 very simplified version of what life truly is. It's this conscious self awareness, this conscious self knowledge, this conscious choice between love and fear every day, over and over and over and over and over and over again. I believe that love is the antithesis and the opposite of fear. So which one are you choosing? And are you choosing it with integrity? Are you listening to your heart and choosing what you know is going to free you, regardless of what others may think, regardless of what others may say? Just wanted to point that out. Um, so the next card is what your future self would like you to be aware of, and it's the integrity card. And this card speaks about, like I just said, are you there's a difference between hearing what you want from your intuition, hearing what you need to do from your intuition, and actually following through. Excuse me, and actually following through with that. You know, there's a difference between knowing to do better and then actually doing better. And you are being very much encouraged to do better, to know better, and to do better, because that's when you're acting in alignment with your heart, with your higher self, with your future self, to get you from where you are now to where you want to be. This eagle is giving freedom, freedom from the limiting beliefs of yourself, the limiting beliefs of others, the limiting beliefs of society. So just be aware of where your shadow self may tempt you to live without integrity, to live without authenticity. So there's a big a specific message coming through for someone listening, but you need to say what's on your heart. You need to say what you need to say. With your knees buckling, your legs shaking, you need to say what you need to say. Even if it doesn't work out the way that you thought it would, or you're hoping that it would, I actually do think there's a very positive side to this, but without knowing the exact context and the exact situation, you need to do that. Even if you're just doing it for yourself, you need to speak your truth, because that in effect, that in consequence, like, affects other things and snowballs and ignites and activates other things within you, higher levels of things that might take you on a journey where the initial thing that scared you so much that you stayed quiet is actually, you wake up one day and you realize, like, I don't want that anymore. Like, I'm so happy I didn't get that, you know? So where in your life, be aware of where in your life you're not living in integrity, and fix that, is what I'm hearing. Then something that your future self is really proud of, for you, is your emotions. It says, or emotions is all about, this card is all about the way we feel, the way we accept, receive things, you know? And I have this feeling that you are a very receptive, very nurturing, very soft soul, very sensitive soul. And bravo to you for, or brava to you for staying fearless, or at least in a place where fear, you're aware of it, you know, at least in a place of where you're aware, where you are not living in integrity. They are so proud of the emotional maturity that you have cultivated within yourself, and they want to reward you. And the only way that they can reward you is if you take this emotional maturity that you have gained and move forward with that in discipline and in routine, to follow your passions, to pursue your dreams, so that the universe can have avenues and ways to bless you. Amazing, absolutely amazing. I love it. Okay. Now we are gonna look at, okay, we already did the astrological signs, we already did the chakras, so we have three things left, yay. Okay. We have the angel number, so let's see. I want to turn these around, be surprised with y'all. We have 11, 11, 11, but maybe 11, 11 is one you're also seeing, but we have 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, and I'm seeing an ant, like the insect on my charger cable, and spirit might be important, worker, hardworking. Okay, one more spirit, please. One more angel number for my pile threes, or pile ones. Maybe watch pile three as well. Yeah, okay, we got blessed. Two. Okay, so we have triple six and triple seven. Please don't be alarmed. Triple six is not the devil's number. It's not a bad number. It is actually the number of love in tarot. It is actually the number of balance. And not to start a rant, but I believe that people thinking 666 is the devil's number is part of the demonization of the matriarchal religions of old, and a way for the patriarchy to get a foothold. Or it was, but that's for another day. But anyway, so you have triple one, triple two, triple six, triple seven. So the first message is coming through is you are progressing. It's that one step. You are on your second step. You are moving forward. The third step would be the ultimate completion of the cycle that you are in. Individually, triple one is a new beginning, a new start to something. Triple two is choices, choices, partnerships, decisions that you need to make. Triple six, like I said, is balance. You're moving into your balance more, into more alignment with yourself. And then triple seven is a beautiful um, angel number for you to come through in this reading because it signifies luck, it signifies protection from the divine, and it signifies deepening spirituality, which I think just confirms everything that we have heard throughout the reading. And then the second to last thing that I would like to do for y'all is get this: which house spirit is currently being influenced, or is the topic of discussion, I should ask, is the topic of, it's not shuffling. Hold on, let me readjust. At least it's going, mixing, just doesn't want to come out. Which house was this reading about for pile 1? I'll go with this one. The 8th house, so the house of sex and death, and this is Scorpio energy, so life, death, rebirth, very dark, very deep. Yeah, the house of sex and death, and I would like to say taboos. We have Scorpio is the astrological ruler. We have Pluto, which is the planetary ruler of the 8th house, and then some key words are other people's money, spouse's money, inheritance, death, sexuality, transformation, occult, things we must leave behind. So, the house that your future self would like you to explore is your shadow self, your deep side, your the waters of yourself, the waters, the oceans of your emotion, and how you're going to navigate through that, how you're going to grow through that, how are you going to acknowledge your emotions, acknowledge the fears that come with those emotions, and move forward in integrity. So, my last thing that I want to do for y'all today is the bibliomancy. So, the book I have today is The Mind Gut Connection, and it's just a book about how the mind and the gut interact. So, I'm gonna open it. I haven't even started this book, so it's gonna be fresh. But oh, sorry, I'm burping now. That's just energy releasing. So in love and light. um, but let me see what your message is. So I'm just gonna page through this book. Okay, so the message that you have, and this can be relevant, cannot be relevant, it's just a piece of fun. Leave it if it resonates, or take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But the communication with the brain occurs in several parallel channels that use different modes of transmission. This includes molecules that can communicate with the brain as inflammatory signals, travel through the blood like hormones, or reach the brain in form of the nerve signals. Wait, let me read that again. The communication with the brain occurs in several parallel channels that use different modes of transmission. This includes molecules that can communicate with the brain as inflammatory signals, travel through the blood like hormones, or reach the brain in form of nerve signals. Okay, so the message coming through with that is well, obviously the scientific accuracy of that, but also there are, I want to say, many roads lead to home. Um, try things, have fun with it, figure it out. A message or an example coming through is this tarot channel of mine, like how it started a few weeks ago, week and a bit ago, and what it looks like today is already radically different. Like have fun with it. There's no one is going to punish you for doing something other than the normal, other than the standard. Play with it, have fun with it, figure out your 8th house, your house of sex and death. Figure out what scares you, move through that. That's how we grow. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. So, Palwan, thank you so much for being here with me today. Thank you for letting me read for you. Please comment, like, and subscribe on your way out if you feel called to do so. If not, that's perfectly fine. I hope you have a great night, day or night, whenever you're watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, pile 2. You chose the solar plexus or yellow circle with the keywords strength, confidence, and motivation, and the number 3. So, welcome to your reading. First off, before I delve a little deeper into our updated reading format, let's see what we can um, get from just your chakra circle. So, first of all, the solar plexus is all about strength, confidence, motivation. It is where we go out, I act, and so we'll see how this clues into the rest of your reading. But for now, perhaps this is something these keywords: strength, confidence, motivation, drive. You know, perhaps this is something you need more of, or perhaps this is something that you find you have been feeling more of recently. I just want to check if we're filming. Yes, we are. And it's 44. I just saw 144 on the timer, so that might be significant. Just wanted to make sure. But let's see. I updated the reading format a little from the beginning, or from the intro, but basically, we're going to look at your future self's message to you right now as their current self, the next steps that they would want you to take, any significant people that they would want you to be aware of. I put pulling 3 cards for each of those messages, but with the significant people, we'll see what Spirit has to say there, because it could be one person, it could be you, it could be you and another person, it could be other external people, multiple people, so we'll just see what happens there. And then with the oracle, we're going to get some advice, we're going to see what your future self would want you to be aware of, and then also just what they are currently proud of when it comes to you. Then for confirmation, we already have the chakra circles. We're going to look at some astrological signs, the elements involved. We're going to look at some angel numbers. We're going to look at the house. Excuse me, I have a little hiccup going. We're going to check the house that is significant at the moment, and then we're going to see the bibliomancy message that wants to come out for you with the Mind Cut Connection book that I got. That one went really interesting with pile 1, but so we'll see what happens for y'all. But for now, let's take a moment. And we can get started. I'm gonna get started with your future self's message for you currently. Just clear these cards for you on screen, on camera. Here. Okay. Pile 2's future self. What messages do you have for your current self? Pile 2's future self. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords coming out right on the bat, at the bat. Next message, future self, Azai. We have number 2. Last message, and we have the World card coming out. So these are your future self's messages to you, and let me get a moment settled in with this energy. Okay, so the first message coming through with this Ace of Swords is a message of victory, a message of um, you know what is this energy? It's about conquering something. It's about communication, about truth. It's about learning something that changed your perspective, that changed your mind. I want to say this is something that changed the way you feel about yourself. And I'm being drawn to the yellows and the purples in this card that are reflected in your chakra cards here. So the crown chakra, I kind of put that, like I said in the beginning, I put that here because I vibed with the vibration of the card. And then the solar plexus chakra is the one that you guys chose. And so perhaps the message here is that you recently came into some sort of knowledge that you felt resonated so deeply with you on a spiritual level that it translated into you gaining strength within yourself, gaining confidence within yourself, and gaining motivation within yourself. We'll go a little deeper in a moment, but Let's move on to the Six of Swords, because they correlate directly with each other. This new piece of information that you have received, this new knowledge that you have gained, it has truly taken you away from choppy waters to calmer waters. Things are smoothing out for you. You are feeling more balanced in your mental space. You're feeling like your mind is finally, caught up with the reality of things. And again, this purple and pink, sorry, maybe pink is significant, but this purple and yellow, these colors are repeating for the third time, so I want to say, did you listen to yourself? Did you listen to advice? Did you hear something that just completely struck you right in between the eyes? um but whatever this is, whatever this was, whether it came from inside you, whether it came from an external source, this truth that you recently integrated is is helping you move forward. It's helping you balance out your life. It's starting perhaps in your mental world, but it's so profoundly transformational that it reaches deeper levels. We'll get another layer, delve a little deeper in a moment, but here you can see the little bit of yellow and the purple again, being my eyes being drawn to that. And then the difference with this card is these greens that have come up. The world is the completion of a massive spiritual cycle within your life, a massive spiritual lesson that your soul signed up to learn before you incarnated into this world, into this life. And this is now done. You are done with the 7 and the 3 as well. Like, that adds up to 10. And in numerology, 10 is the ultimate completion of a cycle. It is not only have we become aware of the cycle and we're working on it, no, we're done. The party is done. We're going home now. And the world is that energy amplified to a deeper spiritual level. I want to say I'm being drawn to the full moon here, and then also these birds around her. They're robins, if I'm not mistaken. I'm also getting hummingbirds, but birds in general, and then the moon. So, the message with the moon, the full moon, is you are ready to release now. You have cultivated, you have generated, you have, how can I say, gathered. You have gathered. It's now ready for you to pour out into the world. Yes, of course, make sure that you are completely at peace with the cycle that has processed within your life. But after that, make sure that you are ready to teach the world what you have learned now, is what I'm hearing and what I'm getting with this moon. Because after the full moon, she starts getting smaller. She starts releasing until the new moon, and it's this new beginning of a lunar cycle. But let's go a little deeper. To go deeper and to clarify, we're going to use the Tarot of the Divine deck. They want me to shuffle this. Sorry, that was that message. I'm just going to shuffle this off camera, not to disturb our cards on the table. This is a messy shuffle. Sorry, one moment. Okay, that's it. Okay, so Spirit, please clarify the Ace of Swords for all two's future selves message to them. Please clarify the Ace of Swords. Please clarify. Okay, so we have two cards coming out, the High Priestess and the Hermit. Whoa, okay, very spiritual, very deep, very, very ethereal energy coming through here. And I kind of want to say we picked up on that with this purple and the crown. The crown chakra is our connection to the divine. It is where we find you know, that contact point, that meeting place between the spiritual and the physical. That is the crown chakra. And again, we have this purple. You are very, very, very in tune and very aligned spiritually at this moment, whether you are consciously aware of that or not. And I think what sparked this is perhaps you went into this inner journey. Perhaps you introspected. Um, Perhaps you got still, perhaps you meditated, perhaps something happened where you felt like you had to go within yourself to know how to move forward. And good thing you did, because you found this beautiful Ace of Swords. You 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 learned this incredible truth, and that is what happens when the hermit goes within, you know. That is the whole point of the hermit, finding that truth within yourself that resonates so deeply with you spiritually that it transforms you. And with the high priestess here, she is all about mystery, intuition, the divine. She is the link between the physical and the spiritual, and that is the type of energy that you are currently embodying, regardless of your sex. You know, in spirituality, there's we speak a lot about the divine masculine and the divine feminine essence, but these are just essences. These are just aspects of every incarnate human being, you know, in this 3D reality of duality that we live in, that we learn in, that we come to learn and evolve as souls. I think you went very deep spiritually. Something urged you to do that, something kind of, I want to say forced, but that has the wrong connotation. But something made you go inward, and it helped you find this beautiful, beautiful truth. The truth that you are worthy. The truth is that you are strong enough, that you are confident enough, that you are motivated enough to realize your dreams. Okay, Spirit. Six of Swords for your future, pile two's future selves. Message to them. Please clarify the Six of Swords. Okay, we have two. We have two cards again. Let's see. We have the Two of Cups. Beautiful energy. Okay, running out of space here with these doubles. Let's move these up. Okay, Six of Swords, Two of Cups, and the Five of Cups. Okay. If I may speak very bluntly with you, Pile 2, which I don't like sugarcoating things, I feel like perhaps this external force, that this thing that forced you, in quotation marks, to go within, perhaps that was a relationship. Now, this relationship can be of any type, whether that is familial, friendship, romantic, work is also something I'm getting, but whatever that relationship was that ended, because it did, and that hurt you that deeply, because it did, with this Five of Cups, that was not meant for you. Okay, there is something better meant for you, and I think you realize that now after going deep within yourself. You have realized your own worth, your own self-worth, through this sadness, through this hardship. You looked at it not in the sense of, why is this happening to me, but more so, what is this teaching me? And that is where you won, pile two, because now you understand that this old dynamic, this old connection, whether that is in an internal connection, an internal relationship that you have with yourself, or one that manifested in external relationships and friendships, whatever this connection was that made you hurt so bad, you know now, I think, to an extent, that it wasn't it wasn't deserving of you. That situation wasn't deserving of the light and the love and the divinity that is you. And with the Two of Cups, there is the sense of love incoming, because now that you love yourself as truly and as unifiedly, that's not a word, but as unifiedly as you do, you are now attracting that in your external world, because you figured it out within you. You figured out how to love yourself, how to be in companionship with yourself. And now that is reflected back to you in your external world, whether that be through your romantic relationships, whether that be through your familial, your friendships, your work relationship, whatever it is, that true love, that reciprocated love, is now being reflected back to you. because you learned how to love yourself first. I do see though that you went through a lot of pain to get here, pile 2, and I feel for that. I really do. But please know that you are not alone and that there is someone or something coming into your life that will give you the type of love that you deserve, that is deserving of you. Oopsie. Page of Swords. Yeah, a new way of thinking, man. Okay. Spirit, please clarify the world for my future selves. Hey, for my pile 2's futures, from my pile 2's future selves to their current self. Please clarify the world card for my pile 2's future selves to their current selves. Okay, again with the 2. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Emperor. Beautiful energy. Okay, so please understand that this hardship, this lesson that you had to learn, this challenge that you went through, this pain that you endured and transmuted into something so beautiful as this Ace of Swords, this truth that you garnered from this pain. Please know that it is deeply spiritually significant in your life. With all 3 of these last cards being major arcana, which is like the overall spiritual lessons that the Fool in tarot, the Fool's journey, follows these 21 um, major life lessons, and it's kind of like this depiction of the human existence, and with the World card being at the end of them, and then the Wheel of Fortune and the Emperor. These are massive energies, these are bigger energies, these are spiritual energies. So whereas the minor arcana cards, which would be these 4, and then we have the 5 others that are major, these are more how you would experience it in your daily experience, in your physical reality. And these major arcana are more of what's happening behind the scenes. So there's a few messages, not a lot, but like a few messages coming through with this. First of all, the cycle that you're completing is bringing in a lot of luck because you are now structured and stable and secure within yourself. Okay, you know how to take action towards what it is you want. I'm very drawn to the fact that this Emperor is holding this broadsword, and then the Ace of Swords. So the Emperor is holding onto his truth. He is holding onto his victory, and he's moving forward from that energy. The Emperor is he is the divine masculine of the tarot, and the divine masculine essence is the essence of acting from a heart space, being active from your spirit, being divinely guided to get where you want to be. Okay, so there's a message of, okay, if this is something you want, I just need to say it. If this is something you want, there is a message of love coming back to you, of partnership coming into your life, and you being ready for that connection, ready on a very spiritual, very mature level. And know that once that enters your life, know that you are ready for it when it enters your life. That is the message. Okay, so your messages from your future self is, you went within, you learned this truth about yourself or about the world, however it resonates for you. Hold on to that, work from that, keep on going deeper. Don't regress now. Continue to progress with what you've been busy. You're on the right track, well, too. Like, keep doing what you're doing. Rest in spirit, because this new truth, this new activation within you is taking you to calmer waters. It's taking you to calmer relationships, connections, and it's easing this pain within your heart space. It's easing this grief and sorrow that you experienced, because you can now healing from it, perhaps. You can see the worth of the pain. You can see the challenge for what it was. And then their last message is, you have completed a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cycle for your soul. And you may feel really lonely right now, Pal, too. You might feel like, okay, now that I've been through it, what is my reward? But please know that this is all behind the scenes, and that this love, this new fortune, this good fortune that's coming in here with the Wheel of Fortune, like it's bringing you your love. Whether that be manifested in a person, a connection, in a group of people, love isn't just romance. You can be romantic with someone and not love them. Romance is not the be all end all of love. It's fun, it's lovely, but we have friends, we have family, we have coworkers, we have, you know, just people that we love because we love sharing life with them. Okay, so now we're gonna look at your next steps, or at least what your future self would tell you your next step should be. So let's say first, okay, and we have the Wheel of Fortune again, so we have that double energy. Second next step is Eight of Wands. Okay, strong energy coming with that. Okay, and then the World card, or sorry, pile two's future self, your last next step, third list. We have the Hanged Man. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so my dear pile twos, your future self would like you to know that your next step as you look forward to the next 3 months is to believe in good luck. With the Wheel of Fortune, and again, having it twice in your reading is very significant. The wheel is turning for you. The wheel of fate is always turning. And who was once at the bottom needs to come up sometime, and who's at the top sometimes needs to go to the bottom. Like it's cyclical, and it's your turn for good luck. It's your turn for the cycle to be in your favor, especially with the fact and this World card that we had here, the cycling out of this pattern you've been in. With the Wheel of Fortune, your future self is telling you your first next step is to believe in destiny, is to believe in fate, is to believe in good luck, and to keep that faith. Sir, please clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Next step. Okay, so we have two again. So the Five of Swords and the Ten of Coins. Okay. So, Paltu, you might have started to believe, and I get this, I get this so much, but you might have started to believe that it's just always going to be the same for you. Nothing's going to change. The wheel's never going to turn for you. But with the Ten of Coins, that completion is happening for you now. And you might be asking yourself, okay, but Corlene, why now? Like, why only now? Because now was the right time. There is things that we don't need to understand about why now is the right time. And to an extent, perhaps it is because as simple as you wouldn't have appreciated it as much if it didn't come right now. Perhaps it's as simple as you didn't know to do better or to do something until now, Until you received this Ace of Swords, you didn't know that activation couldn't happen because you just weren't aware. And then in divine time and in divine order, Spirit brought you this perception, this shift in perception to activate you and to get the wheel rolling in your favor. With the Five of Swords, you might have felt really, really conflicted at a stage. But with the Ten of Coins, this is like eternal happiness. This is like the ultimate fulfillment. You have what you need in the physical, you have what you need in the emotional, you have what you need in the spiritual, you have what you need in the mental. You have everything you need. All four elements combined within spirit. That is happening. Things are moving. I'm hearing things are moving around to settle in. Things are moving around to settle in. So your first next step, believe in luck, believe in faith. Fate, believe in destiny, believe that the universe is always conspiring in your favor. Then your second next step from your future self is the Eight of Wands. The first message and the strongest message that came through with this is communication. You need to say what you need to say, okay? Do it. Knees buckling, legs shaking, do it. Say what you need to say. It is important, regardless of how anyone receives it or responds to it. You need to speak your truth because that activates something else within you, regardless of how the situation plays out. Just the action of speaking your mind, of speaking your truth, of getting it off your chest, that in itself, that action in itself is worth doing it for. So with the Eight of Wands, you need to, your next step is to speak into existence what it is that you want. Ask from life what it is that you need. Speak to your past on loved ones, you know. Ask your angels for help. Ask your guides for help. Ask for spiritual intervention. They can only, our friends on the other side can only help us if we ask. So ask because they're so ready to help. And with these dandelions, make wishes, dudes. Like, I promise you, magic is real. Wish on a dandelion, wish on the full moon, like, wish on a star. Just wish. Spirit, please clarify these Eight of Wands. Please clarify the Eight of Wands for my cup. Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands, which is beautiful. Okay, so it's this progression of as soon as you speak your truth, you progress. As soon as you make your wish, the universe knows what to do, so you progress. The universe knows what to bring to you, so you progress. The Nine of Wands signifies perseverance in the face of daily challenge, okay? You need to keep that fire lit within you however you can, and whichever way works for you. You need to keep your spark lit because that is what's going to drive you forward. That's what's going to help you finish all of this and wrap it up in a nice bow. Okay, so your next step is, I feel like you're already doing this, but speak life into your life. Speak dreams and hopes and desires into your life. Use your voice. Tell the people that you love them. This is a very specific message, but someone needs to hear it, and I need to stay true to what I receive from Spirit. But there might be a connection in your life that is coming back around, and you need to ask yourself why you think this is coming back around. And then from whatever space you are, from whichever space you are, wherever you find yourself, when it comes to that connection, speak your truth. If you love them, tell them. If you need space from them, that's valid. That's valid. If you need to put down boundaries with someone, do it, okay? You're protected. Anyone who fights against your boundaries weren't your friends in the first place. I'm sorry, but that is the truth. You have such a powerful voice. I wonder if you know that. So, first step, believe in luck. It's coming. Whether or not you're ready for it, it's coming. Believe in it. So, you might as well believe in this, what I'm hearing. Communicate your truth and persevere within that communication. Okay, then Spirit gave us the Hanged Man for your future self. Gave us the Hanged Man for your third next step. Please clarify the hang. Okay, we have the Star. Okay, and I would just like to point out that we have not received a single minor arcana card for your for this last bit of your questions, and that is just emphasizing and confirming to me as a reader that this is, you're working whether you are conscious about it or not, you are working on a deeply spiritual level with yourself, with your higher self, with your future self, with your past selves, with your guides. You are working very, very closely with your spiritual team, and you might feel completely stuck at the moment with the Hangman. Like, you might feel like you have no control over the situation, but I would like to invite you to shift your perspective. See the situation from, excuse me, if I burp, it's because I believe it's because negative energies are being released. So I'm happy to be doing that for you. But I want you to know, like, I want to invite you, if you shift your perception just a little bit, your perspective just a little bit, you might see that you have much more control in the situation than you believe. Yes, it might just be the things that are in your physical, tangible control, but that's where our power as humans lie. And then spirit's power lies in the spirit, in the spiritual, and somewhere in between at the crown, we meet each other, you know? So it's this message of your future self's third next step for you is this message of take control of the things that you can control. And I'm hearing start with eating healthily, sleep enough, basic things. Are you getting enough sleep? Are you getting good food? And are you staying hydrated? Because with the here, life is important, and we live in a world, unfortunately, that is so focused on progress and movement and action that we forget to rest. And rest is very important, okay? Rest is healing. Rest is where your spirit and your body can reconnect with each other again after the distractions of the day or night. I don't know your life, but rest is where we reconnect with ourselves again. So shift your perspective. A, what is in my control? If I feel out of control, what can I control? And then B, am I resting enough? Am I struggling against the universe asking me to rest? Because with the star card that came out as clarification, there is healing that is happening within you. There is integration that is happening within you. Again, this hope, this destiny, this wishful thinking, this wishing energy coming through for you. I just got the message that perhaps if you rested, things could accelerate, which I know sounds contradictory, but that is actually how it works. Here in the duality of the 3D, here in the duality of the physical world, rest is the direct counterpart of progress. So yeah, I think I think they said what they needed to say. So now we're gonna ask about significant people that you might need, that your future self would like you to be aware of. Either they're already in your life or their connections coming in within the next 3 months. But let's see. Okay. About two's future self. Any significant people that you would like them to be aware of? So we have the Nine of Swords. Any significant? No, that's not it. Okay. Any significant people? Okay. Four of Pentacles. Interesting. Last, and the Ten of Swords. Okay. So if you were drawn to pile one at all, I would very much recommend you watching that. There might be some more messages in there for you specifically. Just because pile one got the Four of Pentacles in this exact same position as your pile did, and the message is the same, but there's a little difference. So we'll get to that. But so the significant people that your future self would like you to be aware of in the next 3 months are, I would say, people that are already in your life, people that are already in your support system. And specifically, this might be friends, is what I'm picking up, like a really good friend, maybe a group of really good friends. But with the Nine of Swords, these will be people who understand your anxieties, concerns, and worries, knows who you are when you're dealing with those things, and knows how to help you when you're dealing with those things. Okay, so these might be people who you can sit down with and really talk things through, and they will not, there's just no judgment. They will just help you walk through the issue, kind of help you, guide you to getting to the solution, the answer, the step forward by yourself, through them just being there for you. I'm also getting that if you do make any wishes, if you have any goals, dreams, hopes, share it either only with the people that you truly, truly trust and love, and who love you, because sometimes people love us, but we don't allow them close to us, for whatever reason. But I just felt that needed to be said. But either keep your dreams to yourself, your hopes, your wishes, your dreams to yourself until you have something in the tangible, to show for them. And this is only to protect, like this dragon is protecting her pentacle. This is only to protect that energy, to guard it, because anything that needs to be guarded needs to be precious, of course. Otherwise, why would it need to be guarded? So the message with this Four of Pentacles is keep it to yourself, or if you need to share it with people you trust and love and who have already proven themselves to you. That's very important. And then with the Ten of Swords, I feel like with the 9 and the 10, like it kind of links. So again, it would be the same group of people who have seen you at your worst, people who have known you struggling, people who have known you during hardship, because they are the people that have brought you joy and brought you healing in the past. And now it's a time to deepen that. Now is the time to rely on that. And you can please know that the people around you at this time in your life currently, you can trust them, you're safe with them. Of course, use your own discernment and intuition always, but this is what the cards say. So I don't feel like we need to clarify that. I feel like they want me to move on to the oracle. So I'm just going to move these to the side and make some space for our oracle cards, which would be the Cosmic Oracle, and it is by Nari Anastasia. And then first card is going to be advice from your future self. Oopsie. First card is going to be advice from your future self. 3 months from now. Clear. Advice from pile two's future self. Ooh, okay. Celestial teacher. Beautiful. Then we're going to look at something to be aware of. Wow, that's amazing. So something that your future self wants you to be aware of is a new chapter in your life. And then just something that pile two's future self is proud of about their current self. What is pile two's future self proud of their current self? And we have time out. Beautiful, especially with that rest and enough sleep messages we were getting. Okay, so Palti, your future self's advice is the celestial teacher with the number 7. So the number 7, again, very spiritual, very deep, very deep number, very intuitive number. The first message is coming through is your future self's advice is to continue deepening your relationship with yourself. That is of the utmost highest priority, is to continue listening to your heart, speaking your truth from this place of divine intuition, spiritual guidance. With the celestial teacher, your advice is also to find ways in which you can, like I said, I think a little earlier in your reading, ways you can uh, put out the information and the knowledge that you have gained. So it feels like you have enough, you've gathered enough intelligence, expertise, knowledge, information about whatever it is that you are passionate about, that you can now give back. You've learned a deep spiritual lesson, Pile, too, and there are people in your life who can benefit from hearing your story. Then your future self would like you to be aware of a new chapter. Uh, with the number 24, we have choices, balance with the number 2, and then the 4 is stability, structure. Um, there's a message coming through with this card as what to be aware of, that your choices influence your stability. Your choices influence the stability of this new chapter in your life. So I feel like you're being asked to be aware of where you might feel like yourself slipping into temptation or indulging a little too much into your shadow self. Because, like I always say, it's not about the integration or the eradication of the ego or the shadow self, but the integration thereof. So, where in your life have you integrated these aspects like shadow and light, ego and spirit? Where have you integrated this, and where in that integration, are there still little points of temptation to fall back into maybe not so great choices that could influence the stability of your life? So that is what your future self would like you to be aware of. And then the thing that your future self is proud of your current self, so the you that you are right now while you're watching this video, is that you know when to take a rest. I know that logically sometimes, rationally, physically, we don't always want to rest, but we need to listen to what our bodies, our spirits, our minds are asking us. And we need to listen to when they ask us to rest. With the 3 and the 2 here, the 32, I want to say, like, resting will not only help you co-create even more beautifully and even more deeply with spirit, but it will always also influence your choices, um, in a more positive manner, to a more positive extent. And then I can't help but notice that this woman's face, I hope y'all can see it on the camera, but her face is right there. I hope you can see it, but this tells me that you might find an answer to, and this might be really specific, but you might find an answer to how you want to put out into the world, what you want to put out into the world, how you want to show up into the world through a time out, through a break, um, within your day. Are those all the messages? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so now we already did your chakra circle, so that's good. Now we're going to look at some uh, astrological signs and elements that might be significant for you. These could be people, this could be you. We'll just see what comes out. Astrological signs of. Okay, so we have Virgo coming out. Again, if you were drawn to pile 1, Virgo came out in pile 1, or Virgo energy was very strong in pile 1. 6th house energy, health, routine, habits. So we have Virgo, we have Pisces, and we have Gemini. Okay, so these could be signs of a specific person. You know that this could be one of their sun, moon, or rising signs. I also say Venus and Mars signs also sometimes, but on a much more superficial level, this could be you. It could be friends. It could be people that could be helping you. um, it's just a little bit of extra confirmation for those that it resonates with. I'm very drawn to the fact that um, we have earth, water, and air, and we're missing the fire. So perhaps look for where in your life you can find inspiration, where in your life you can find that fiery energy within you. Okay, now we're gonna ask for some angel numbers, confirmation angel numbers, please, Spirit, from our Pal 2's future self. We have 1. I would like 3, so 2 more. Ooh, okay, messy shuffle. 2 more, please, Spirit. Okay, and 1 more. Oopsie. 1 more. I just made these, so they're not really cardstock, they're just color paper. So, okay, we have 2. So they don't shuffle that well, but it's the idea that counts. So we have 333, 222, 999, and 888. So these could be numbers that you're seeing, angel numbers and synchronicities that you might be experiencing, or that can just like show you once you do see them, you're on the right path. I also always say, if you see a sync or you see a sign or something you think is a sync or a sign, something that's following you, it's definitely the universe trying to talk to you. So in that moment when you notice that you're noticing it, kind of just ask yourself, what are you thinking of? What is around you? Who is around you? All of these like patterns in our life can show us quite a lot about our experience. But 222 is all about balance, choices. 333 is co-creation with the universe. 888 is a new beginning. It's also abundance. It's also a really lucky number. And then 999 is the ending of a cycle, not the completion just yet, but the ending of a cycle. And I want to say with that one, we saw that in terms of you are at the very end, before you're going to pop out of the cycle, before you leave the loop, you are finishing up, putting a nice bow on it all. Okay. Now I want to ask, which house of your life, like future self, which house might be significant within the next 3 months for my pal two? Again, these aren't card stock, so I apologize. I just did. Okay, we have two. Okay, pile one also had the eighth house, the house of sex and death. So please, if you were drawn to pile number one, please go watch that, or don't. But I'm not the boss of you. But there might just be some messages. So with the eighth house, the house of sex and death, like Scorpio, we'll get to that in a moment. But it's ruled by Scorpio, the sign of Scorpio, and Scorpio is all about life, death, rebirth, the taboo. Sex and death. Yeah, it is ruled by Scorpio, in terms of astrological signs. And then Pluto is the planetary ruler of the eighth house. Okay, so this could pertain in your life to other people's money, spouse's money, inheritance, death, sexuality, transformation, the occult, and things we must leave behind. So I think how this would resonate most with you, but I of course can be incorrect, is that idea of leaving something behind, letting go of something. And then can't believe this came out. Okay, definitely go watch part one, because the Virgo energy in that reading was insane. And now you have the sixth house, which is ruled by Virgo. Okay, and this is the house of health. So again, are you eating good enough? Are you drinking enough water? Are you sleeping enough? Like the basics. Get to the basics. Um, your future self is heavily emphasizing your physical health. Okay, so we have Virgo. That would be the astrological ruler of the sixth house, and then we have the planetary ruler, which is Mercury. And the sixth house is all about work versus career. So the work you do versus the career that you're in, how you are of service and how you are being, or how you receive service. It also has to do with health and vitality, healing, your pets, your daily routines, your hygiene, and your duty to yourself and to the world. Okay, so I really think that just connects with that message of health. Are you keeping yourself healthy? I guess is what I want to say. So now we're gonna end off your reading with the bibliomancy trick, or well, not trick, but uh, I guess reading. I'm gonna flip through the book 3 times, and on the third time, I'm gonna stop at a random page and read a random sentence that I feel in spirit might be helpful or useful to you. This may resonate, it may not. Take it. If it does, leave it. If it doesn't. 1, 2, 3. Here was a child being born naturally, without any help or medical intervention, and so quietly that no one else in the entire village seemed to notice. Okay, so the message I'm getting from this for you is, again, when we saw the Four of Pentacles, keeping this birth quiet, keeping this new beginning quiet, keep it to yourself. Something feels precious about it. Something feels unshareable for now about it, not to be shared for now, unless of course you feel called to share it with your true and trusted loved ones. Of course, go ahead, don't let me stop you. But I guess the spirit, your future self, is just saying, until there is something to show, bask in the creation of this new beginning. Okay, no one needs to know your shit. Shiz ish. I'll get the censorship thing right sometime, but no one needs to know your stuff. Keep it for you. It's beautiful. Treasure it. It's precious. And go watch Pao 1. But Balti, this has been your reading. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and thank you so much for letting me read for you. I'm so appreciative. Please comment, like, subscribe. share the video if you feel called to do so on your way out. If not, that is perfectly fine. I'm just happy you were here. And yeah, I hope that you have a great day or night whenever you're watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, pile three, and welcome to your reading. So you chose the root chakra or the red circle with the keywords connection, security, purpose, energy, and basic needs. Okay. So before I delve a little deeper into the format of today's reading, which has updated since I spoke to y'all in the intro, it's updated a little bit. It has been updated a little bit. Before I get to that, I would just like to connect to this energy, see what comes through with your chakra circle. So first of all, coming through is worries or concerns about finances. We can also see something about, self-worth, not being worthy enough, not being enough, not having enough. Um, we'll see how that ties into the rest of your reading, but for now, with the energy of the one, we can also see a new beginning or some new energy entering this sphere of your life. Now, I would like to get into walking you through the updated format of the reading. So, today is going to be a message from your future self, and we're looking at like a 3 month period at minimum. And we're going to look at your future self's message to you at the moment, messages from your future self at the moment. We're going to look at the next steps that your future self would recommend you take. And we're also going to take a look at significant people that your future self would like you to be aware of. I do want to say here I did put three to pull three cards for the significant people, but I'm leaving that kind of open to spirit, open to your future self. You know, it might be you and a person, it might just be you, it may just be an external person, it may be a group of people. So just to leave that open ended there. Then after the tarot, we're going to move to the oracle cards. And with the oracle cards, we're going to get some advice from your future self. We're going to see what they would want you to be aware of. That is coming within the next 3 months or aware of within your current situation. And then we're just going to get a little message of, what they are proud of when it comes to your current self, their current self. And then for confirmation, we already did the chakra circles. That's how y'all chose your groups. We're going to look at some astrological signs, some elements, the significant elements might be that might be coming through. We're also going to pull some angel numbers to get some confirmation there. We're going to look at which house of your life or which area of your life is most significant for this message from your future self. And then we're going to get your bibliomancy message with the Mind Gut Connection book. Okay, so without further ado, I would like to invite you now to just get a little centered with me. After all of that information, just bring our attention back to our breaths. I am going to shuffle your cards and you can tune in. Just get these nice and cleared for you on camera. Okay. I just want to make sure that we are filming. Yes, and it is 4:20 to anyone celebrating on the camera time. Okay, so pile 3, my root chakra pile, my pile red, purple pile, or red pile. Sorry, I'm looking at the. Okay, so we have your first card coming out. I was looking at the crown chakra. Future self, pile 3's future self, second message for your current self. Okay, so you have 4 coming out. These 2 came out together, and then this one was separate. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, we have, one moment, the Queen of Swords. Okay, so The Queen of Swords, uh, first off, this might involve someone. You might be an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or the person that this reading involves, that your future self wants to talk to you about, might be an air sign. Air sign again, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I'm hearing specifically Mercury sign. If that resonates for anyone, air Mercury, but it does not have to be. It's more likely their sun, moon, or rising sign if you have that information about them. Okay, so this could also very much speak about you. Okay, so instead of the Queen of Swords being someone external from you, it could be your energy coming through. So the first message that your future self has for you from 3 months from now is that they are really, really, really happy. With the Ten of Cups, I have to be honest. This does feel like a romantic connection that I am channeling right now. And if you do not resonate with that, if that is not something that is in your energetic sphere or on your mind or in your heart at the moment, then this might not be your reading. I would suggest perhaps pile one. Pile one was. I would say the other side of this coin. But of course, your intuition would know best. So just use your discernment. If you do want to listen to this reading, to this pile number three reading, then where the romance is amplified, kind of just read that as a self-love, from a self-love perspective, through that lens. Okay, but I have to be honest, I'm picking up a very spiritual love connection here, a romantic connection specifically. Okay, and the reason why is we have the Ten of Cups and the Lovers, but we'll get to the Lovers. Okay, so now pile three, this person, this potential air sign, that your future self wants to talk to you about, they brought a sense of real happiness into your life. I want to say liberation, and that's a trait of very spiritual, very divine, very heart-centered love. The type of love that sets you free, instead of confines and restricts you. Which that type of love comes from the ego in any way, but your future self wants to talk to you about true love, soulmate love, okay, divine counterpart love. If you resonate with that journey, welcome. You're very welcome here, in my channel, in my little corner of the tarot world. If not, you're just as welcome. You can just read this with your person in mind. So, to summarize, your future self would like you to know that 3 months from now, you are very, very happy, emotionally fulfilled, within a romantic connection, with, I want to say, a connection with incredible, incredible potential for abundance. And I mean abundance in a deeper sense, definitely, but somehow this love manifests in extreme wealth. Extreme wealth sounds dramatic, but that's what I heard. Extreme wealth, in the physical. Okay. Spirit, may I please get clarification on this Ten of Cups card for my pile threes? Okay, and then this card also wants to come out. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so this is definitely a connection, and if you don't mind, dear viewer, I am definitely going to read this as I feel it. The strongest energy is romantic. So, for the last time, please, if you don't resonate with that, maybe this is not your pile. And if you do want to keep watching this pile, please read anything to do with romance from a self love perspective. The reason for that, why I say that, is true romantic love starts on the external, in the outside world, starts with self-love in the internal world. That is where we start to cultivate true love within ourselves first, within the spiritual first, and then it becomes physical. But this is the story of a true love that has already become physical. So pile 3, your future self would like to tell you that you met your match. That is what I'm hearing. You met your match, with the King of Swords coming out as clarification under the Ten of Cups and the Queen of Swords, as the bottom of the deck energy for the Shadowscapes. This is a divine counterpart relationship. This is a soulmate relationship. This is a connection where you both feel you match each other equally. You both feel that balance within this connection. And you finally came together with this Four of Wands. You finally overcame any obstacle between the two of you. You finally, I want to say, the union in the spiritual became physical. That is what I'm hearing. That is the vibe that I'm getting with this card. What is already true as you are sitting here today listening to me in the spiritual is now in 3 months' time in the physical. Beautiful, beautiful energy. And congratulations, if I may say so myself. This is a love that fills and feeds the both of you. Okay, so before I continue, I would like to get back to these chakras. This feeling of unworthiness, of being not enough, you have to see the, I'm going to be very bold when I say this, you have to see the lie in that. You have to see the untruth in that, because it's just not true. You are absolutely 100% good enough for this. You are worthy just as you are listening to this right now. There is nothing about you that needs to change. There is nothing about you that needs to be different to be worthy of love. As long as you know that you are not hurting yourself or hurting others, there is nothing that you need to do to be worthy of love. And I'm not saying people who hurt people are unworthy of love, but you get what I'm saying. You have the opportunity to be incredibly, incredibly happy, to feel incredibly fulfilled. Do not let your fear of unworthiness, the lie, the conditioning of unworthiness, keep you from that. Remain true to yourself in kindness, wisdom, unity, and self-knowledge. Be kind to yourself. Listen to yourself. You are wise. Your body is wise. Your soul is wise. Your heart is wise. Love yourself the way that you want to be loved, because then you will receive that in in the external. That will manifest in the outside world. The last message coming through here for now, I guess, is these two are opposite chakras. So the seventh and the first and the seventh, the beginning and the end and the beginning. You have cycled through this lesson of worthiness. Do not repeat the cycle. You will find your purpose, you will find your energy, you will find your needs, you will find your sense of connection, you will find your sense of security fulfilled in this connection if you can continue, and if you are willing to continue living in wisdom, in kindness, in unity, and in self-knowledge and self-awareness. I hear the following, and this is one of my favorite things to say, and I think it was Rumi, I may be wrong, but the quote goes, "We're all just walking each other home." Look at yourself through a friend's eye, look at yourself through a loved one's eyes. Would you treat yourself the same if you were a loved one of yours? And I think you've learned this lesson. Maybe this is just a reminder, maybe this is just a confirmation for you, but your future self from 3 months from now would like to know you that would like to let you know that you are worthy and deserving and loving and lovable just the way you are. I'm speaking directly to you, yes. Okay. Moving on. That was a Dramatic channel. Thank you, Spirit. Moving on, the next message your future self from 3 months from now would like to you to know is that there might be a choice soon. I'm hearing imminent. Okay, so there might be a choice between two paths soon, and this may be that you have options, like you can choose between two people, two love stories, two timelines. That may resonate for some of you, but mainly I am feeling this will be a choice between love and fear within you. Okay, are you going to let the fears of and lies of unworthiness, of not being enough, of not being deserving, are you going to let those fears, this imbalanced root chakra energy, overcome this beautiful crown chakra energy? Are you going to let the end the beginning? Is what I'm hearing, and I hope that makes sense. With the Two of Swords, we have a choice in front of us, and with the Lovers, the antiquity, okay, the old. That's what you get for being pretentious. The older name for the Lovers is the choice between love and fear in our daily lives, and how that influences our actions, how that influences our lives, our experience, you know? I just want to check if we're filming still. Yeah, 1640. Perfect. Okay. It's choice. Your future self would like to make you aware of a choice that is coming up in love, specifically a romantic connection. We have the moon and the sun here. Again, confirmation for me as a reader of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Dear viewer, dear friend, did you recently come into inner union? Did you recently feel that shift within you where your inner divine feminine met with your inner divine masculine and they came together and something came from you? Because if so, that is either, well, that is either coming or happening. And because of that, you are attracting this beautiful love story. But again, your future self's message here, second message is are you going to let fear win or are you going to let love win? Are you going to do it knees buckling and legs shaking, voice trembling? Okay, I want to delve into this further. I love a little bit of tea, so let's see what we can see. Okay, Spirit, please clarify the Two of Swords for my pile threes. Two of Swords. And we have the Eight of Swords. Okay, 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 okay. The Lovers. Excuse me. Maybe I should drink some water before we continue. And we have the Nine of Cups. Oh my lord. Okay, just give me a moment. Excuse me. Oh, water. Lovely, lovely, lovely water. Refreshing. Maybe you'll be, I'm seeing a pool. Maybe you will be spending some time by the pool. I know that it is turning into the colder seasons in the northern hemisphere, but it would be warmer in the southern hemisphere. So maybe you're in the southern hemisphere and you are spending some time by the pool. Okay, so your second message, this choice that is going to be in front of you, for fear or love, you know, between fear or love, between two choices, which by the way, I'm hearing can the manifest, like the two options. One could be the physical representation of fear, of choosing to repeat this old patterns, to repeat this old you, and then this other person with new, different energy, would be the representation of love. It might be that evident in your face, you know. But with the Eight of Swords, you might feel really stuck on this choice. You might feel like you have no way of knowing which way to go forward. Um, but I'm kind of hearing that it's more important that you make the choice than, you know, the choice that you make. The option that the option that you choose is important and significant, yes, of course, because you're being encouraged, of course, to choose love, to work from a place of love, to go from a place of love. But you, let me just tune into this, because they're making it obvious that the Eight of Swords plus the Two of Swords is the Ten of Swords, which is a painful ending. Um, so the message there is this is going to be painful either way. But if you speak your truth, you have the chance, the opportunity of your dreams, of your wishes, of your desire for this love to be with you and in your life, in your experience. At least you have that opportunity there, because the reverse is you don't choose, or yeah, you don't choose, which by the way the universe will choose for you then. But if you don't choose and you remain in this indecision, stuck in this choice, that's just going to continue hurting you, because there's a little bit of hope in you, isn't there? There's a little bit of hope that somehow on your in your wildest dreams and on the brightest star, you are wishing that things go the way that you want them. And I want to say that your future self is telling you, like, please don't be afraid. Do this. Even if you are afraid, be that courageous, because the outcome is better than you think. Okay? The outcome is something that is surprising to you. So choose love, regardless of how other people feel about it, regardless of what's being told to you to do. It's your life, love. Like, it's your life. Only you are living it. Only you are gonna have to live it. So I would choose love. So the message here is choose love. You have a chance at greatness. And now we kind of, like, in retrospect, you're kind of getting a heads up, like, this is going to work out in your favor. But there's an element of surprise to it, I must say. There's an element of something that will surprise you. I'm hearing the depth of their feelings might surprise you. Any other messages? Okay, so the last messages with the Two of Swords and the Eight of Swords, the last message with that is just, if you continue keeping yourself stuck in this with because you're not speaking your truth, nothing can change. The universe will force that choice in some other way, but that's the only way that's the only way to move forward, but they would rather have you make this decision. Of course, you have free will, you have absolute control of what happens in your life and in your experience. Then with the Nine of Cups, clarifying the Lovers, this is your dreams. I am telling you, this is your dreams coming true. These are your wishes coming true. This is your wildest dreams coming true. And it's love, 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 love. Like, look at all this imagery. Okay, so first of all, that is a couple in love. That is a couple in love. That is a couple in love. And that is a couple in love. And I hope all of them zoomed and focused and did all the things so that you could see that. All of them are staring so lovingly into each other's eyes. There's intimacy, laughter, closure, completion, celebration, love, joy. Why would you let fear keep you from that? I want to say fuck the rest. Fuck the muggles. Yeah, my brain just. Not in that way. Stop it. You know what I meant. um, I mean, live your life. Uh, you do you. I'm not here to judge. That's not my place. But yes, okay, so we need to continue. I'm getting so enthralled by this energy. So your future self's message is they are really happy. You're going to be really happy 10 months from now if you are able to make this choice between love and fear and choose love. So let's see, what is their last message with the Seven of Pentacles? The Seven of Pentacles is a card of divine timing. It is a card of not uh, picking the fruit before it is ripe, waiting for it to become, that perfect level of ripeness, juiciness before you pluck it from the tree or from the plant. And the message coming through with this is there's a sense of divine order and divine timing attached to this connection. So if you're wondering why now, like, what is different, you are different first of sorry, you are different. First of all, you are different. And Spirit's ready to show you that by manifesting these experiences and these people and these events in your external world. You're extremely, extremely spiritually protected, pile 3. Please clarify the 7 of Pentacles for pile 3's future selves last message. 7 of Pentacles. Okay. We have the Hanged Man. Okay, again, this sense of divine timing. The Hanged Man is all about being held in place by the divine for a divine reason, for a divine purpose. And that purpose is usually enlightenment. That purpose is usually so that you can become aware of something in your life that is either not working, not serving you anymore, something that you need to let go of, surrender. And you might have felt like really stuck for a very long time. But, excuse me. But I was just heard choking on my words. um, Before I continue with these 2 cards, a few channeled messages coming through. You are not going to choke on your words. You are going to be calm, collected, centered, loving, compassionate when you speak your truth to this person. Know that they are receiving you arms wide open. I'm hearing that Creed song, arms wide open. Like, like, if you listen to that song, it's an excellent song. But I think it's Creed. I'm channeling. But this person is willing to embrace you if you are willing to be embraced. Okay? Okay. Now is the time for y'all to get together. This card, this Hangman, is the story of Sleeping Beauty. So if you know that story, which by the way, it's my favorite Disney movie, anyone up for a Disney movie night, I would love that. But um Sleeping Beauty, the story is about like her being put in stasis, like waiting for true love's kiss. Of course, the fairy tale, but I mean, it could be very literally. It could be very literally translated here with that fairy tale energy. I'm definitely picking up on that. Let me just take a sip of water. Apologies. I mean, yeah, you could very literally be waiting for true love's first kiss. I'm hearing not first though. Have y'all kissed? Like, what's the tea? Please let me know in the comments. I love it. I love it so much. Um, Maybe this is someone coming back. We can look a little further into that a little later. But for now, I think we can check the timer. 28:14. Perfect. Oh, okay. Those were the messages from your future self, like direct messages that they would like you to be aware of. But now we're gonna look at what your future self would say or would recommend your next steps to be. Okay, so future self of pile 3. Ooh, this one is out. 6. I was feeling the 6 of cups energy. I'm telling you. Okay, I'm gonna freak out with you in a moment. We have the 10 of wands. Perfect. And then last next step. Last next step. Okay, let's see what that is. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so we're getting into that in a moment. Let's just, oops, sorry. Oh, I nearly burned my card. Okay. A lot of passion in this group, okay? A lot of fiery energy, but we'll get to that in a moment. All things in due time. Okay, so my dear pile threes, why I enjoyed this card coming out so much is I wanted to say with the little quirk or blurb about have you kissed before, like I wanted to say that this might be someone from your past coming back around. I think might have mentioned that at the beginning of the reading as well, but regardless, this might be someone coming back around, someone from your past, someone who you truly now only understand has always loved you unconditionally. And I want you to know that there's no shame in only figuring that out or realizing that now. Like, there are things and people and experiences that the both of you had to have on your individual journeys to be ready for this reconciliation, for this um, meeting again, for this reunion I'm hearing. So, I mean, if you resonate with like a divine counterpart, um, soulmate, twin flame, excuse me, um, if you resonate with any of those connections, this is definitely talking about that. And if you don't, then and you're still here, hi, welcome, I love you. You might be on an inner union journey, if that makes sense. You might be on a journey where you learn to love yourself the way that you deserve to be loved, regardless of external presences. But my dear Pal 3, your next step, your first next step, as your future self would recommend, is embracing this reunion with this person. If it's someone from the past, if not, if that doesn't resonate, this might just be someone who makes you feel like a child, you know, like that childlike playfulness, childlike wonder, childlike joy, you know, someone who brings out your inner child, someone who you know you like play with, you like to, and you always end up in fun situations with each other, or you leave at the end of the night or day or whatever of meeting each other, and you just feel so lighthearted and so lifted and so loved. It can be both, either or, but you get what I'm saying. So your next step is, I kind of also get the message of, get back to whatever makes you feel that childlike wonder, that childlike playfulness. Get back to that, because that's also how you're attracting this person into your experience, you know? Of course, that's helping. But let's dive deeper. Spirit, please clarify the Six of Cups for their next step. Pile three's next step. Okay, Pile three's next step. We have Temperance. Okay, so Temperance is a card of balance. It's a card of transmutation. It is a card of alchemy. You know, it's taking two entities and working them together in such a way that they make a third entirely different thing. So my favorite way to explain the Temperance card is like a cup of coffee. You know, you've got the coffee and you've got the milk, and they're two separate things, you know, on their own. But to make a cup of coffee, you pour it together and it creates your favorite drink, or at least my favorite drink. But your next step with this, as it pertains to your next step from your future self, they're asking you to be patient with this person. There's a sense of having to wait for them. Perhaps there is a sense of, you know, perhaps they just need to process what you're saying, especially if you've had a history with this person. Be as patient with them as patient as you would want them to be with you. Okay. Then another thing coming out with the Temperance is your energies, the inner divine feminine and inner divine masculine essences within you are alchemizing at this time. So be patient with yourself. Okay. And then your next your next step would be to balance yourself completely within this balanced energy, that to settle, allow yourself to settle in this energy, this new energy, this balanced energy, this awakened energy within you, and allow yourself to settle. Your soul, your mind, your heart will just know what to do. Your body would just know what to do, but you need to allow yourself the space to settle into this maturing that has taken place within you. As soon as you're settled in that, you can settle this other person into it, you know? There might be a lot of aspects to the situation, you know, a lot of cogs in the machine, but it's workable, definitely. Absolutely. On the contrary, it's beautiful. Then, so your future self would recommend that your next step be to return to your inner child, see what is out of balance there, settle into your matured energy, settle into your awakened energy, and have fun. Have fun. That is a big part of this. Then your second next step from that your future self would recommend is the Ten of Wands. Okay, so the Ten of Wands is a card about burden and responsibilities, and the way that this is coming through is your future self would recommend or would invite you as their current self to look at what you see as burden and responsibilities within a connection. Okay, and don't get me wrong, like, I know that it's not supposed to be a burden to be in a responsibility, to be in a relationship, in a connection, but of course, these two entities coming together, there needs to be compromise. So there's a message coming through here about making sure that what you see as a burden or a responsibility is not just the other person asking for a reasonable need to be met. Okay, but let's delve a little deeper before I continue. Please clarify the Ten of Wands for their next step from their future self. Okay, so we have the Empress. Okay, yes. Um, there's a message coming through here for a specific someone. Okay, I don't know who you are, I don't know your story, but the message for you is you've been hurt in the past deeply. Um, make sure that the warrior mentality that helped you survive through that time in your life knows when to put down his weapons to receive the Empress. The Empress is the divine feminine of the tarot. She is life, she is motherhood, she is nurturing, she is kind, she is loving, she is beautiful, she is the woman of your dreams, without gender, of course, sexless, genderless, but she is the person of your dreams. And she's ready to embrace you completely and fully. Are you ready to embrace her completely and fully? Again, we're talking about the feminine and masculine aspects, not sex. So your next step is I kind of want to say to put a nice red bow on your past. Spring clean, autumn clean. um, what needs to stay behind can stay behind. What you want to come with you can come with you. But make sure that it is in alignment with A, where you are right now as you are listening, and B, make sure it's in alignment with where you want to go, where your future self is 3 months from now. Okay, your next or your last next step from your future self is the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is this idea of a new way of thinking, a new perspective, a shift in perception. Okay, it is about knowing what your truth is after hardship, knowing what your truth is after after going through it and learning from it, and now from that more awakened, more advanced, more matured place, you know what your updated, refreshed, revised truth is, and you are not afraid to move forward with this. There is still this sense of not immaturity but innocence when it comes to it, naivety when it comes to it, um, because you're still just a page. The page is, although it's outside of the numbered cards of the suit, it is the lesser dominion of the court cards, you know. So there is still this sense of there's more to learn. But the first message coming through with this Page of Swords for you is your third next step from your future self is to keep working on this shift in perception that you've had, to keep working on this maturing that you have experienced, because you're going to find great success there. The second message coming through with the Page of Swords before we move on to the clarifying cards is you need to speak your truth. I think that came out previously, but you need to speak your truth. You need to say what you need to say, even if it goes to shit. Like, even if it goes tits up, please just do it. There's power in doing it. There's something about just doing it, regardless of the response or the reaction that you're getting. Okay. I feel like you need to show yourself you can do it. I feel like that's something there, but let's delve deeper. Spirit, please clarify the Page of Swords for my pile threes. Third step. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands. Okay, so that's where that communication vibe is coming in. And we have the Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So we have double Six of Cups energy. Okay. This might definitely be someone returning from your past. Please know that this is also divinely guided, divinely led, and your intuition will show you the way. But back to your third step, as your future self would recommend it. You need to speak your truth, pile three. With communication, with the Eight of Wands, which is, in my opinion, yeah, it's a card about very fast action, things happening really, really quick. It's the energy of drinking from the hose pipe, the garden hose outside, as playing as a child, you know. So again, that childlike playfulness. You have to you have to speak up and be heard, regardless of their reaction, regardless of the reaction. You there I don't I want to pull another card. I want to go deeper into this, because there's this idea of you just the action of speaking up is what is important. Spirit, please clarify that page. Yeah, we have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, you just have to kind of rebel against this idea that the reaction is just going to be negative, because it's not. Your messages were this positive, confirming this positive reaction from this connection. Speak your truth. Show them who you have become. Make it known. Be proud of yourself. Know that there's purpose to this. Know that there's purpose to the experiences you have had to endure. And part of that purpose is to prepare you for this connection. Okay, so to summarize your next steps from your future self, have fun. Think about boundaries. Think about putting down your weapons. Think about letting down your walls to let love in, but also speak your mind. So there's this balance as well, you know? Allow that person freedom within your connection, whilst expecting the same by putting down your boundaries. I think that is that. Now we are going to look at significant people coming into your experience, or perhaps they're already in your experience. Okay, so significant people for my pile three over the next 3 months from their future self. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands. Okay, significant people for my pile three, and then we have the Moon and the Death card. Okay, don't be alarmed. The Death card is just about transformation. So this is very interesting to me, because this is two major arcana. Sorry, I'm just stretching. My neck is so sore. But the Moon and the Death card are major arcana cards. And why this is pulling my attention is because that indicates a massive spiritual lesson, a lesson that you are learning, I would wager subconsciously, in the spiritual realm. And the message is, or the lesson is, working through your fears with the Moon card, transforming your fears with the Death and the Moon card, you know? So this can represent two people. I want to say this feels like an independent energy. So I'll focus on these two, and then we'll get to the Seven of Wands. But there may be two people who are very important or significant within the next 3 months. The first person with the Moon card can be a Cancerian or I also find Pisces with the moon card. So water, let's make it water signs, because with the death card, that would be Scorpio, which is also a water sign, but there's also a fiery energy to this, which would be um you know Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. I know that Aries and Scorpio are both ruled by Mars, so before I confuse you, I would say two people that are somehow connected. Perhaps they're friends of yours. Perhaps one of them is this old friend returning, and one is just like a current friend. I don't know how this would resonate, but they're either gonna have strong water placements, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or they're gonna have strong fire placements, Aries, Sag, or Leo. I want to say with the fire signs, Aries is coming through the most, and with the water signs, um, I would actually say all three of them, because Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, fire and water sign. Let's put it like that. One might be very feminine, and one might be masculine. And again, not their physical avatars, their essence might be very acutely, not acutely, very strongly feminine, very strongly masculine. Then so these two people. This, I'm also getting like one of these might be you. So like perhaps you are a significant person in your life over the next 3 months. Which makes sense with that big decision in love. Like you are gonna make that choice, so you are gonna choose which way your life goes, you know. So I do want to say, I feel like kind of this is your energy. Perhaps you're the water sign and this person coming in is the fire sign, but take it how it resonates. Okay. Then independent energy is the Seven of Wands. And what I'm picking up with that is you are going to be very precious about this connection, uh, because you are going to face your fears. You are going to speak to this person. You are going to speak your truth. I know this. We know this. Let's just not beat around the bush, okay? I know you're still deciding, but let's be honest with each other. So I know that you are going to get what you want, okay? And you're going to feel really, really, really precious about it, and you're going to want to guard it, and you're going to want to keep it safe, and you are invited and encouraged to do that, okay? Give it time to blossom between just the two of you. I have an understanding, or uh, I feel like that was just channeled, but I feel like your person will understand if you were to want to keep this quiet for a little bit, especially if you have spoken your truth to them, if you have had that conversation with them. Let's dive a little deeper. Seven of Wands. Please clarify the Seven of Wands for. Okay, we have the moon. Okay, so yeah, this just kind of confirms to me that you're gonna feel really precious about this person, very precious about this connection. um, you're kind of not going to want that outside influence in it, okay? You're going to be very guarded about it, and rightfully so, you know. I'm kind of this might not make a lot of sense, but I'm kind of getting like that period after someone has a baby, you know, just going home with you and your partner and your newborn baby, and just giving all three of you, all of you, you know, whatever, however your family looks, however the family looks, like just giving you time to be with each other, alone with each other. So either, how can I put this? You are going to be significant to keeping this safe. And then the other significant person is your person, this connection. So this is you. I feel, I might be like, you take it how it resonates, but me as the reader, I feel this is you, the water sign. Your person is the fire sign, and this is you protecting your new connection from the outside world, from outside interference, from external um, voices. Let's quickly check. Moon, please clarify the moon for my pile 3. Please clarify the moon. Seven of Swords and Six of Wands. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. So you are gonna with the Seven of Swords, like Seven of Swords is usually the seat, it's being sneaky, but in this case, I'm reading with the Six of Wands, I'm reading it as keeping things secret, keeping things safe, giving things space to recognize each other, to become aware of each other, to grow with each other, to be victorious with each other. There's a very big emphasis on, okay, you speaking your truth, them reacting very positively, it's on the cards, and then the two of you deciding together, hey, you know what, let's just take this real slow. First of all, that's definitely coming through. Let's take this real slow, and let's keep this between the two of us until we are sure what this is, you know, until we have settled, until we have found our feet. Okay, sorry, I just had to check if we're still filming. I'm nearly done, I promise. um okay, and then that we, oh yeah, I haven't, apologies. Oh, okay, we have the Nine of Wands. Okay, so this person that is coming in, or whoever this, I want to say Scorpio or fire sign is, um, they've been through it. Okay, so again, there's this idea of be patient with them. If you understand hardship, they understand it also, because you have to understand, you two are mirroring each other. You are your divine counterparts if you resonate with that part of the reading. And in esoterics, like in spirituality, you are showing each other what is in the other one. So if you understand hardship, be assured they understand hardship, and vice versa, you know. It's about, it's being deeply intertwined with someone, a divine counterpart. um okay, so that is it for the tarot portion. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe. Okay, we still have the oracle and confirmation. So your oracle message, first oracle message, is going to be your future self's advice for you at the moment. Future self, all threes. Future self, what is your advice for your current self? All threes, future self, what is your advice for your current self? Okay, okay, so move forward. Yes, don't let fear keep you stuck. Okay, what Paul? Okay, my goodness, I wanted to ask for the second card, which is, what do you want to, what would your future self want you to be aware of? And we got mirrored souls. Okay, and we were just talking about that mirroring energy in this connection. And then lastly, pile three's future self, what are you proud of your current self? What are you proud? Okay, we have two. We have Mother Earth and patience. Okay, so and at the bottom of the deck, be fearless. So pile three, first of all, you're amazing. You're amazing. Your future self's advice is move forward. Do not get stuck in the fear. Choose love. It cannot be more straightforward than that. Okay, then what you need to be aware of is the fact that this is a divine counterpart situation, a soulmate situation, however you resonate with whichever word or terminology you resonate. You and this partner, this connection is fated, it is destined, and they need you to be aware of the divinity of this connection. Okay, and then what they are proud about, you have Mother Earth and patience. And okay, so the patience card, let's start there because it's very straightforward. They are incredibly proud of how you have remained in tune with yourself, loving yourself, and how patient you have been through all of the challenges you have experienced. They want to acknowledge that they see the effort that you have made when you consciously decided to be better, when you consciously decided to change. They have seen that, and they are proud. Your future self is proud of the patience that you have exhibited, the restraint, the maturity, I'm hearing the emotional intelligence that you have shown. You are okay. Hi, pile three. Apologies, we got cut off there. My camera died, and I didn't notice. But luckily, I was at the end of my message. It was just your astrological signs, your house, and your angel numbers. Those confirmation items that were left, but to pick up where I was cut off, you are amazing. That is what your future self is proud of. You are just an incredible person, open to learning, open to being wrong, which is such an undervalued trait in today's life, in modern life. You're humble, you are kind, you are teachable, which is incredible. But not to continue on too long, your astrological signs is Leo, Gemini, and Aries. The fire signs Leo and Aries just confirm what we heard in the reading. And then I feel like Gemini came out with the Queen of Swords and that air energy as well that she brought. Then the house that will be, excuse me, burping. Um, the house that is significant to this message or associated to this message from your future self is the 10th house. And the message with that was, excuse me, just a moment. The message with that was the 10th house. The opposite of that is the fourth house, which is the house of home. And there's this theory. There is this theory in astrology that once a house has the lessons of that house has been learned and accomplished, and you're ready to proceed from that lesson, the opposite house is also beneficially influenced. So you have learned what it means to be at home with yourself, and now you're going to be at home with this person, and consequently to that, your 10th house, the opposite area of your life, your outward house, as I usually put it, your external house, will be highlighted. The keywords here are career versus work, contributions to society, your dominant parent, reputation, power, and influence. But again, the way I see this is these items or these aspects of life will now be your will now be next highlighted in your experience. Okay. Then your angel numbers that came out were 111, 444, and 333. And so 111 is new beginnings. It's that new energy that we were talking about. Fours are all about stability, security. You finding that sense of stability and security within yourself, that sense of self. And then threes are all about the co-creation between us and spirit. So the other last message that came out with this was I lived in China for a little bit, and a shorthand that I picked up there for I love you is 143 because it's I love 4 letters, you 3 letters, so that also came through, and I was quite surprised by that. Just a little bit of a message there for you. But pile three, that is finally the end of your reading. Thank you so much for sticking with me, and apologies again for the technical difficulties. That was my bad. I forgot to properly charge my camera, apparently. But I hope that you have a great day or night, rest of your day or night whenever you're watching. Thank you so much for being here with me, and thank you so much for letting me read for you. And I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.